Hi everyone, my name is Krish. I am an aspiring data slash business analyst, and this is a short video for you to go through one of my recent projects made using Python. And I'll just take you through the IPYNB file of the same. So as you can see that the name of the project is ICC Men's Cricket World Cup analysis. And so basically my aim was to analyze the ball by ball data of the World Cup 2023 held in India. And here you can see that I have loaded the data set. Here's a glimpse of the entire data set. You can see that it has many null values, many NaN values, and basically it is not very clean. So my first step was to clean the data. So from here I have started the cleaning process. I have converted some data types for the analysis to go smoothly. And once the data was cleaned, I moved to the visualization part, which did with the help of tables as well as charts. So I used a number of charts like bar charts, scatter plots, and all. So you can see the detailed version of this IPYNB file in the link mentioned in the caption and the description. Uh, Now I'll straight away take you to the presentation that I have made by taking screenshots of these charts and tables to give you a better idea of what all happened in the World Cup and all the insights that I have extracted from the data. Let's go to the presentation straight away then. So from here, I'll be moving to the presentation part of the project, and here's the overview of my project. So the objective was to analyze the ball-by-ball data of the Cricket World Cup 2023 held in India, and the tech stack that I used was Python and its libraries, including Pandas, NumPy, Matplotlib, and Seaborn. I used a couple of visualization charts like heat maps, bar charts, scatter plots, pie charts, and more in order to visualize some KPIs and as well as generate some insights from the data. So here's the approach and methodology that I followed to make the project. The first step was to sort the data, which I did from a website called Kaggle. Then I moved to the understanding of the data set, which was done with the help of Python. Further, I moved on to data cleaning, which was done with the help of Pandas and NumPy. Then I moved to the visualization part, which was done with the help of Matplotlib and Seaborn. In the upcoming slides, you'll be seeing the charts and tables that I have made with the help of the visualization tools. And yeah, so the first one is the top 10 batsmen by total runs scored. And you can see here's a table of the top 10 batsmen and a bar chart of the same. So from this, you can clearly see that Virat Kohli had scored the maximum runs in the tournament. Next, we move on to the top 10 batsmen by their strike rate. And for this, I have made a scatter plot. And from this, it is clearly visible that Reece Stokely is leading the list with the maximum strike rate of around 178. Similarly, the top 10 batsmen by the number of boundaries hit. Rohit Sharma leads the list with the maximum boundaries of 97. The top 10 six hitters and Rohit Sharma again leading the list with 31 sixes. The top 10 four smashers, Virat Kohli leading the list with the maximum number of fours hit in the tournament, 31 fours. Here's the boundary distribution, the fours versus sixes, and it is clearly visible that a major chunk of the boundaries came from the fours, and it shows a preference in the batsmen for grounded shots, especially in the 50 over format. And moving further, the top 10 six hitting venues. And Wankhede Stadium, Mumbai has seen the most number of sixes in the tournament, that is 106. So, moving further, the top 10 individual scores. So, Glenn Maxwell leads the list with the maximum score of 201, and it was an amazing performance by him. With an injured leg, he played a phenomenal knock to pull off a game against Afghanistan. So, yeah. So, number of half centuries and among the top batters. So Virat Kohli is leading the list with the most number of 50s, that is six, and now the number of centuries. And Quinton de Kock is leading the list with the most number of hundreds in the tournament, with 400s. Now we come to the bowling analysis. So here's a list of top 10 bowlers by the number of wickets taken, and Mohammed Shami is leading the list with 25 wickets in his pocket. Now coming to the top 10 bowlers by their bowling average. So for the information of non-cricket viewers, the less the bowling average, the better the bowler is set to perform. And from my analysis, it is clearly visible that Rohit Sharma is topping the list with the least bowling average. But we need to keep in mind that he is not a bowler; he's a part-time bowler. He's a full-time batsman. So I'll not consider him as a top bowler. And after him, Mohammed Shami leads the list with the least bowling average. So, as per my analysis, Mohammed Shami is the best bowler in terms of bowling average in the tournament. So, here is the total dot balls bowled by the bowlers, and Jasprit Bumrah is leading the list with the most number of dot balls bowled in the tournament. So next we move on to the phase-wise dot ball distribution among the top bowlers, and for this I have made a heat map to analyze this trend. So from this, five conclusions can be drawn. So Jasprit Bumrah bowled the most dot balls in the power play. Keshav Maharaj bowled the most dot balls in the first middle phase. Ravindra Jadeja bowled the most dot balls in the second middle phase. Similarly, Kuldeep Yadav and Keshav Maharaj jointly bowled the most dot balls in the third middle phase. And to conclude, Jasprit Bumrah bowled the most dot balls in the death overs. So moving further, the total number of balls bowled by all the top bowlers. So Adam Zampa leads the list with the most number of balls bowled in the tournament, that is 585. So here's a table to compare the first and second innings average scores across venues, and the two conclusions that can be drawn are as follows. So firstly, the highest average first innings score was recorded in the Arun Jaitley Stadium, Delhi. The lowest first innings average score was recorded in Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee Stadium, Lucknow, and the values can be mapped with the table. And I have even made a bar chart to compare these average scores. And so for the second innings, we can see the highest average score was observed in Rajiv Gandhi Stadium, Hyderabad, and the lowest average score was observed in the Eden Gardens, Kolkata. So moving further, the average score of each team. From here, you can see the average score of each team in the bar chart as well as in the table. And to see the maximum and minimum average score, so the maximum average score was of South Africa, and the lowest average score was of the Netherlands. Next, we have the batsman dismissal breakdown, and here we can clearly see that the most number of batsmen were either caught or bowled, and a very negligible amount of them were either stumped or retired out. So yeah, here you can see the percentage of each through the pie chart as well as through the table. Next, we move on to the run distribution across game phases. So here it is clearly visible that most number of runs came in the power play overs when only two fielders are outside the circle, and the least number of runs came in the death overs. And yeah, so these are the two analyses from you know, this slide. So yeah, to conclude, here are some key insights from the batting part. As you can see, you can read all of them. Virat Kohli being the leading run scorer, Rohit Sharma hitting the most boundaries, most sixes were hit by Rohit Sharma, most fours were hit by Virat Kohli, and further, these are the analysis of the batting part, and these are some key insights from the bowling analysis. So yeah, so that sums up the presentation part.